I'm Tom from Do-It-Yourself Home Automation, DIY-HA.com, and this is the Phillips Hue Lux light bulb. This is the packaging that comes in. It's frustration-free packaging from Amazon. Just got this. You can see on the front it's showing that it's Hue Lux versus the normal Hue bulb. So the difference here is that with the normal Hue you can choose pretty much any color in the RGB color set, whereas with the Lux it's set to a particular white color in advance, and you're just doing remote control. So this is a little cheaper than a normal Hue bulb. This only cost about $30. And you can see on the side here it's got all the specs about the bulb. So we have 25,000 hours, which is the bulb life. So basically if you used it for 8 hours a day, it would last about 8.5 years. 16 years, 17 years, something like that, if you were using it for a more reasonable 4 hours per day. And we have here the number of times you can switch the bulb on and off, 25,000 times, which should be plenty. And then the fact that it's going to be turning on to full brightness instantly. So they're trying to, I think, distinguish it from a CFL bulb where it would take some time to warm up. And then below that we have the color temperature here, and they have a nice little graphic representing that. It's 2700 Kelvin, which is basically a nice incandescent kind of yellowish tone to the light. It's not that very bright sunlight blue tone that you see over on the far right, which would be up in the 4000s, and it's not going to be sort of a very orangey light as you get down into the lower 2000s. So again, this is a fixed color temperature bulb versus the other Hue bulbs that are more expensive, but you can change the color temperature in the app. And then down here we have a measurement for the size of the bulb for the fixture, and it's an E26, which is just your standard light bulb. At the bottom here we have the brightness in lumens, 750, which is pretty good. A 23 watt CFL bulb will be somewhere over 1,000 lumens generally, which is more on the lines of 100 watt incandescent. So this is a little bit dimmer, although I've found in practice it doesn't really make a huge difference. And down here we also have the wattage that the bulb is going to be drawing. And this is really where Hue, excuse the pun, but shines, because we have a 9 watt rating. I've found in actual operation you're getting closer to 5 watts. So it's very energy efficient. And then it's going to summarize down here some of the other specs for the bulb. So again, we have the color temperature reiterated, and also the spectrum that it's going to be operating on for its wireless operations. I'm going to go ahead and start to open this up. And here's what we have inside. So they have a nice kind of packaging design here, where we get a little booklet and a band. So let's take this out, and let's see, it's got a nice kind of walkthrough here of the process for setting up the Hue app. So this is dealing more with the software and connecting the bulb to your bridge. It's a nice graphical guide. There's really no text in here at all except on the screenshots from that app. And then here it looks like we have the more detailed information about the bulb. So all of these FCC compliance statements. As we get further in, there's all kinds of different disclosures, and it looks like we're going to have this probably in multiple languages. And then let's see, so the bulb itself, again we have this nice little kind of banner here separating it. So I'll go ahead and break that out. And then let's open it up. And again, this is the frustration-free packaging, which is definitely living up to its name. And here is the bulb. So again, you've got the same standard fixture that you would use for any other incandescent or CFL bulb. And the form factor on the bulb itself is actually a bit smaller than you would find with a normal CFL, which is great because it'll fit into more fixtures. Sometimes the CFLs have a little bit of trouble fitting into the smaller fixtures. And on the bulb itself, we have all of the same information, it's a little blurry, iterated again, along with some pointless warnings about not dropping it in water. 750 lumens, and the Phillips Hue Lux. Let's see if there's anything else. No, that is pretty much it. Very simple packaging. Just these two booklets and the bulb. And then we can go ahead and plug this into the system, sync it to my existing bridge, and get started.